I am that artful, dodge vipers, fateful, strike land rebellion, disrupt established order, go long like a folk singer, labyrinth the ending of games, discard the making of names, setting sail, prevail, obtain, faith the ordained, claim great, accelerate, a delicate pace to demonstrate, willing dedicate, the predicate, hesitate and set it straight, ceaseless intentions, tremoring in existential flight, too skittish to finish, the resolved, uninvolved, passive instinct, pleading for reprieve from the rational slaughter of fear, a fear felt so near, tears are too late to quench the thirst I fire, breathless and in debt for the steps I check, lot of forces been stacked my deck, assaulted cause, the smokers reject, quake settings select the stance, stare down the barrel of chance, ring of fire, creeping closer while schemes of actualized bliss shimmer a distant glimmer, lost in the mist, lucid dreams recollect my failed arrest when I stood stiff and shook, watching the waterways enter the stream, wading to the ocean for word, nose surging forward like a battalion horde of blood-soaked rivers, pent up, went up, sent up and next up from the rocks, from the flank, try the score, is life worth this chore, smoke to smoke, coke to choke, gag, fag, shag, disgust, desperate for containment, exhausted the statement, misgiven the treatment, release the fortified incel, mortified smoker, traumatized joker, organized stranger, taken to danger, hostile the neighbor, revulsion, the fragrance, immersion, the flavorsome, trapped in a prison, locked by the deeds, I hold the keys with no gumption to fight, worn down by the function of consumption, failed in the assumption I'm tired, bitter, hateful, spite and resent, I hate the extent of the choices I regret, deserted voices, I detest vices, to repent those lovers I attest are the scorched flowers, scorned by the craven depths of my soul, I cannot make whole the toll I've been sold, mischief, hoodwinked by the chief executive operator, having outsourced the service of moderator to the haunted modulator, smoky shackle restraints with scheduled shots of an uncertain anxiety, accompanied by the rush of a promised adrenaline, I'm forced again, pull back from the brink of asylum-worthy reveries until the craving cues the same and it's back in a strain, trembling at the prospect of having to tame a deafened silence. I ran shit-faced headlong into a buried egoism, consoling the constituent element of courage to disown the corporeal rage of a primordial animating principality behind all these glorious lines, fragile twisted times, contorted personality, yet to earn the privilege of reciprocity. It's an utter atrocity when I duck from these lines for stimulated, medicated fears, tremors, tethers, paltry pleasures, convinced meandering bargains negotiated in the rush of an actively feeding addict, consequent nourishment, nutritionally deficient to sustain prolonged substance, decimating, decadent, the destitute desolation of desperation for dancing my immolation by my own volition, begin the demolition, dismantle the solution, abandon the delusion of a demanded restitution. I've reprimanded every piece of strife that I find, beseech my eyes from a thoughtful dream state, envisioned like a clean slate, commissioned by the great words incarnate. Alas, I hesitate to delegate, I cannot dedicate devoted practice to the kid who wet his bed. For the life of me, I'm stoned beyond reprieve, eternally I grieve. He missed the trapeze and broke his wrist in a fateful shift. Ever since then, the daring coward became the ever forsaken subject of my carnation. Subject of my carnation.